Welcome back to the Game of Thrones world. Last episode, we were basically fighting a lot of wars, getting people imprisoned, which unfortunately meant we could do absolutely nothing because the council system is very restrictive. So, what we're going to do this episode is hopefully change some of the laws to allow us full control over the Republic. Because right now, we're very limited, we're incurring a lot of tyranny, and we can't revoke and dish out titles as we freely please. So, I'm saving up some gold here. We had a little bit more when we left last episode, but I've built some trade posts in the meantime and sort of built, well, not trade posts, but buildings. I was thinking we probably want to build more trade posts because we were only at 2 of 5. That's me completely ignoring it. And we also want to upgrade our own mansion as well, obviously. I'm not used to playing Merchant Republics. I haven't played one for quite some time. 40 gold, and Daenerys has removed our tyranny. Thank you very much. Let's go to the business focus, because I think we're likely to get some heirs anyway. We've already got a pretty good heir here in terms of perceptive, which I don't know who has that. Daenerys has got astute and appealing, whereas we've got just, oh no, we had perceptive, right, so he's just inherited that. So, he's a pretty good successor. He's already got 6 stewardship and he's only 5 years old, so we've already got a good heir, so I'm happy to move away from the family focus back to business to try and help out with some gold here and there. Again, I'm not doing the upgrading holdings button because I'm pretty sure it's bugged, but I will look into that in a single-player game I set up at some point. We've got better things to spend our money on anyway. I wouldn't do it even if it wasn't bugged, let's put it that way. So, let's go ahead and bribe our council. So, the real question is, favour expires in 5 months. Let's wait for all their favours to currently expire. And let's buy our own favours. Now, how much of the council do we need to bribe? See, this guy's a loyalist, which is why I want the favour to expire. Oh, this guy's also a loyalist who has the favour on him, so it doesn't matter that much. I imagine Daenerys will also vote in our favour. Let's send her some gold. She might flip to being a loyalist that way. There we go. And, okay, Hilmar is fired from our council, which is a shame, because he was a loyalist. Let's get another loyalist on the council in that case. Alright, so we've got 3 in our favour plus us, which means we only technically need to bribe 1 person. I'm going to bribe 2, just in case. So we're going to go ahead and bribe Priest Rogan. Oh, I hired a new priest, by the way, in between videos, and he's got 17 learning, which is obviously incredible. Hopefully, he's going to help us proselytize the main Islands much, much quicker. So let's go ahead and proselytize Sealed Skin Point. Now, the other thing worth mentioning is, I said last episode, we would be doing... anybody who left a comment, any subscriber who left a comment on the last video would be able to get a house named after them in the video. Leave a comment on the previous video. Because the only reason I say that is because it helps me go through duplicates and it helps me get rid of, just sort through the comments, essentially. You can leave a comment on this video as well, just being like, you know, hello, how's your day, or something like that. But if you want to be part of the giveaway, leave it on the last video. Otherwise, it just gets a lot harder for me to go through it all, and it's going to take a lot more time. That being said, good luck, obviously, as I said last episode. And I want to see the whole of Westeros with completely random names by the time we've done with this series, hopefully. Alright, what are our special options here? We can donate to the guild, but like I said, not worth it. We're buying favours right now. Let's go and have a look at our... trying to find the council button here. Alright, Priest Drogon, I'm going to buy a favour for you. So I'm not going to request council support, because obviously that means we owe them a favour. It's only worth doing that if you're playing something like Tribal, where you really can't afford to be buying favours. And we'll also buy one from the Maester as well. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to go and request council support, or call in council support, I should say. Same on this guy here. That is instantaneous and goes through straight away. Then we'll pass the titles and offices rule. Now we've got 3 votes in favour, and assuming our loyalists come through for us, that should pass through no problem. Oh shit. 1 empty seat. That's not a problem. Because we can just hopefully hire... Oh, we don't have a court physician. Huh. Voting no. Voting no, voting no. I'm going to have to do it. I'm just going to buy a new favour. Thank you very much. Because we're going to hire a Maester who's not going to vote in our favour anyway, and might take too long to get here after the vote is finished. So I'm going to call him in. Is that not enough still? 4 in favour. 1, 2, 3, plus myself. Plus this dude we've called in on. Plus this dude. Hang on, why have we only got 4 in favour? So supporters, Rogon, Lauren, Princess Daenerys Stormborn, and us. Why is this guy not voting yes? Why is his vote not being counted? Game? Okay, that guy's vote is not being counted for whatever reason. Oh. I wonder if it's something to do with the fact that the Game of Thrones adds extra council positions. We may have bribed a guy who is irrelevant. Shit. Okay. One empty seat. We're going to have to bribe this Magister when he turns up. Who is voting no? It's our Magister, I assume Wolfgar. Lord Meldred of Pebbleton? Oh, for God's sake. Okay. How much do we need to buy a favour from this guy? I assume it's 80 gold. Yeah. I don't think we're going to get enough gold before it passes, you know. Oh, that's a bit shit. Okay. Daenerys is now also voting no. Daenerys, why? What's wrong with you? Oh, for God's sake. We're going to have to request council support. Thank God for that. Whew, that was lucky. Oh, that's a bit late now, isn't it, Daenerys, you loser? Okay. Now we've got titles and officers. Can we revoke the titles from traitors now? No. Game, I don't know what you want from me. Maybe it's justice. Imprisonment, justice, ransoming. War declaration. Maybe you just can't revoke titles. Am I crazy here? Can you just not revoke titles in this game? Is that something they've changed? Interesting. Well, that's going to shake things up a little bit. See, we can exile him, and we're allowed to do that. We can, I assume, also execute him. Oh, that is going to incur tyranny. We can exile him, though. That's fine. Maybe it's because, in law, revoking titles is not something that's allowed. That's so weird. Okay. Normally you just need legalism level 2. Let me check. Oh, technology advancement is not present in this world. Yeah, that's also a problem. Huh. Somebody who's played this mod more recently than me, if you want to explain why that is happening, I am all ears, because I was hoping that would fix some of our problems. But the problem it does fix is that we no longer have to worry about our council hating us or incurring tyranny for firing councillors and switching them around, which means we can hopefully get a slightly better council at this point. It's not bad, actually. It's much, much better than when we started. The only bad position is this guy here, which we could potentially get around by hiring a new courtier. Now, someone suggested a couple of videos ago, breed your councillors together so that you get more children who are of your religion and culture. Now, I agree. I do normally do that. Oh, this guy's quit. That's pretty useful. I do normally do that. It's not hugely necessary because patrician houses, we're always going to be able to... There are always going to be, for as long as the Republic exists, people of gilded cracking culture and religion, because the patricians that spawn will always take on those culture and religion traits. We can always just employ a new courtier anyway. I suppose it wouldn't hurt, though. So let's go to this guy. Let's arrange marriage. We would have to waste our... Although now we've got a good council, I don't mind it too much. I was going to say I didn't want to do it before because we want to try and get much better council members with the ability to hire, because obviously that goes on cooldown, so we want to do that as much as possible. Well, I suppose we can present Debutante with it now that we've sorted out the council to a decent extent. The real question is, what do we do now? Well, we've got to focus on getting our son... This guy really hates us, holy shit. We've got to focus on getting our son to become a decent heir. That's our main focus at this stage. Now, we could also try and kill off these houses. Living members 15. It's not impossible. A lot of these are women as well. If we say half of that, we could kill 7 members. We could also exile this guy so he no longer gains... so he's no longer in line. Except he is, because he's still within the realm. Brilliant. Okay. Just ignore everything I say for the rest of the video. Everything I think that happens in this mod doesn't happen. Oh, right, that's right. We send him to the wall. And then he's no longer able to inherit. There we go. Right. I thought that was the case. I was very confused there for a second. Alright, we're good. Stressing me out. We're going to try and kill them off. So that rather than revoking the title, it just eventually reverts back to us. I feel like that's pretty much the only way we can do this, given the ridiculous way laws work in this game. Excuse me? We have a woman in a merchant republic? Patrician elective. Only males can inherit. Huh. Well, we won't worry about that too much. That's very odd. Okay, sure, why not? Sure, Daenerys, I will give you a reward because I want you to like me, seeing as you've been causing some problems in terms of the council. We want to look at building better trade posts. That's something we need to do. It's really just a case of building cash up in this early game. Let's have a look for places with good economy that don't actually have a trade post. That's actually going to be made a lot harder by the fact that, obviously, I've added these trade routes throughout Westeros. What about... Oh, look at this. Essos is even over here. That's a bit of a shame. Okay. We've got... Why don't we just try and focus on taking the whole of the Iron Islands? Why not? Why don't we just build trade posts all across there instead? Seeing as we want to become the ruler of the Iron Islands anyway at some stage. Robert Baratheon is inviting us to watch the jousting. Sure, let's go and watch the jousting in King's Landing. Again, deceitful trait, not too much of a problem. Best province to build on that isn't already built on. Let's go for this one here. Lordsport, why not? Otherwise, it means we've got to check every single province without a trade route to see. Maybe like this province here, Oakenshield isn't bad. And a lot of these Westlands provinces. No, I'm still Golden Reaver. Now, once we do get prosperity up high enough, there is an event where you can bring in your own culture to assimilate a province. You can place a bet on a competitor anytime via the diplomatic interaction. Okay. Who is on this list? Let's have a look. Is Sir Barristan Selmy on here? Because we probably want to vote on him. I can't see him just scanning down the list. No Jaime Lannister either, and they are generally the best fighters. Sir Edric Storm is on there. Is that not his son? Yeah. Sir Edric Storm of Dragonstone. Was he legitimized? No, still a bastard, but interesting, okay. Perhaps I can place a bet. Let's place a bet on him then. What's his personal combat? 55. Yeah, sure. Here you go. Place a bet. I will place a large bet on Edric Storm. I've never done this before, so this will be interesting. Sir Edric Storm and Sir Gunther fought, and Sir Edric was the winner. That's a good start. Hallan Reed and Edric Storm. Ah, Hallan Reed beat him. God damn it. My bet has been lost. Damn it. Well, we'll keep an eye on who wins this competition and put a bet on those next time. I didn't realize Hallan Reed was fighting, to be honest with you. He fought well. Oberyn Martell and Sir Balon. Lord Oberyn won the joust. And our son is asking how he can whistle. High chance of brooding, low chance of timid. What do we want from this? Let's have a look through the traits here. So brooding gives just, wrath, selfish, or envious. Timid gives humble, shy, or craven. I think brooding is the better trait. Good. Okay. We'll take brooding. That's fine. Okay, Lord Hallan Reed won, so next time we know, let's place a bet on Howland rather than any old randomer. Good work. It's a shame we couldn't do it. I don't know why we weren't invited. We've got pretty good martial. And we get the trait Brave, just randomly. Was that because of the tournament, I wonder? Sure. It's not like we fought in the tournament or anything. That's fine by me. And what about the Alchemist Guild? We haven't really done anything with them yet. We could donate to them. Why not? Let's start building up esoteric knowledge so we can eventually get a promotion and start making fake valuables, things like that. So we need to take up 300 gold so we can build a... So we can build the Alchemist Guild. It's probably worth saving up for that, I think. And how long till we can go reaving again? It's not on the option list because it's on cooldown. 33% chance of the plot being revealed, trying to kill our vassal. That's a bit of a problem. Lose some gold, lose some more gold. We're now in debt. Okay, I see how this is going to go. So we can actually imprison some of our vassals here. 67% chance we could ransom him back. This guy as well got 13 men, so I'm going to imprison you. He fled. Okay, fair enough. 65% chance on this guy's got 116 gold. So we are going to exile him instead. Just free money. The council vote no to imprisoning this guy because everyone's returning a favor to... Oh, to me, obviously. This guy's referring to Meldriv of Pebbleton. Let's sack him from the council because he is the guy that we are going to try and imprison anyway. I'm doing this for gold, by the way. This is a very poor reason to imprison people. Do we want to send this guy to... No, I'm not funding a journey there. He can go wherever. And let's save up to be able to... Oh, Sensual? Sure. I'll accept that position. Why not? It's giving us more council positions again. Vote with you on the council. Sure, why not? Favors are pretty useful. We'll save it 300 gold, and then we'll actually do something with the Alchemist Guild, like I said we were going to do last episode. We voted against levy-focused burgle obligations. Sure, why not? It doesn't really affect us either way. I mean, it does, but I don't really mind giving him tax or levies at this stage. And he wants to make us his commander. Yeah, again, why not? We're not doing anything right now besides waiting for our gold to tick up, so no harm in that. Alright, let's go ahead and build our Alchemist Guild. You've brought together many men of great learning, men who know the secrets of fire and blood. You've commissioned them to establish an Alchemist Guild in a lonely light. Take all the time you need. Now, Wildfire is a bit volatile, so it could blow up and burn our province to the ground. I've had that happen before. It's risky, but it's also very useful in sieges, because it almost instantly sieges a province, assuming it goes well. While casually strolling around your premises, as you often do, you come across Master Quail sitting at his desk, overburdened with work. He refuses our help and has the nerve to insult us. Good luck with that work of yours. Wow, what a rude man. Alright, so that's going to take some time to build. Magister Jolly Roger, a great melee in the northern tradition is to be held in Winterfell. I hereby invite you to attend. Absolutely, let's go to Winterfell to watch a melee. And Lonely Light prospers, great. And that gives us level 2. So at level 3 and level 4, we have a chance of converting it to our culture, which would be incredibly useful. Because then we would get courtiers spawning naturally of our culture. Lord Roderick Forrester and Lord Howland Reed remain in the duel. Lord Roderick won the melee, despite the fact that Howland won the joust. Forrester greatsword. We're still looking for an artifact to steal, aren't we? Oh no, we stole the Driftwood crown last time. I'm really struggling to speak today. Holy shit. +3 vassal opinion. That's not too bad. Alright. Wolfgar has been a leal and able servant. Do we want to give him gold? No. I own nothing. Fuck off, Wolfgar. We're trying to save up so we can build some more trade posts. Where is probably the next best place to build them? Let's have a look. Probably somewhere in the Westerlands. Like here wouldn't hurt. Around sort of central Casterly Rock. How much do we need for that? 192 gold. Yeah, I think that's probably a decent investment. So next month, there we go. My son Quellen is slowly mastering the art of swordsmanship. So, when educating your son in this game, you can force them to train. There's a chance of it failing and a chance of success. If it fails, there's a chance you can maim them or wound them. They can hate you for forcing them to train. There is also a chance he gains a better fighter perk. So I think it's always worth doing, in my opinion. And he was wounded and lost prestige. We lost prestige, more specifically. He'll heal from that, that's not a problem. He got curious, which is very good as well. Oh, you're the one we want to become our heir as well. Okay. Interesting, alright. Our daughter is being educated by Daenerys. I actually had a Targaryen-looking daughter here. Let's go ahead and assign her to, I guess, Daenerys as well. Why not? She's not a bad educator by any stretch. And what about you? You're not being educated. You're being educated by the Master. So let's go ahead and... the Priest? Not really worth it. I can't educate her. I'm already educating two, aren't I? No? Why did we stop your son being educated by... Rook? Oh, of course, because yeah, no, I remember now, because we are a commander. We want them to be educated in, stewardship, obviously. Right, okay. Why don't we educate this kid until we're able to pick his education, focus at the age of 12, then we'll switch him over to, someone with good stewardship instead. This is a great event. One of the local brothel keepers in Pike has recently died, leaving his business available to purchase. We become brothel owner, which gives +2 monthly wealth, but we lose 60 prestige and piety. However, random rulers and courtiers will approach you asking you for special services inside the brothel. Normally they pay a lot of money for it as well. So I'm more than happy to do that. Let's go to the city. Is there a way to manually also build a brothel here? As I recall... we need... there it is. We need Castletown 1. We should absolutely focus on that. I forgot how overpowered these things were. So we'll do that as soon as we possibly can. Shouldn't be too long, actually. What are our other important decisions? We can hire an alchemist for 50 gold. I'm not going to do that yet, but we will do that later on. I'm going to remove it from special interest as well. We've got righteous imprisonment on this guy. 39% chance we will be at war. I don't think we want to do that. I'm going to be honest. I don't think that's necessary. I'd like to get that book, though. I would like his book. If you don't mind, I'm going to be taking that. Let's have our... I could just seize it. Because he is in our prison, we can seize artifact. I think it's probably more valuable. I didn't realize we were off cooldown at the time, but I think it is more valuable to actually go and just steal it. We've got quite a high chance of success as well. So force away inside, because we've taken our marshal with us. If we take all of the marshal options, our combined marshal is going to be huge. 22 plus his 20. Oh no, sorry, 17. So let's always do the martial options, and I think we'll succeed quite easily. 92%. Now, we did this last video, so I won't go through every option and talk you through it. But it's fairly straightforward. Your stats determine which one will succeed. And we stole his book, Engines of War. Awesome. Is there a limit to how many books you can equip in this? 4. Okay. In the base game, there aren't any, but in Elder Kings, obviously, there is a few. Oh, shit. Robert Baratheon died wounded of an infection. I wonder if it was the boar again. Killed by a pig. Ugh. And now, it is Loris of the Iron Throne. This guy might be Robert Baratheon and Cersei's legitimate son. He has Baratheon and Lannister bloodline. He's also a twin. This one here as well. Princess Theona. And the fact that she has the strong trait, rather than... Because Jaime doesn't have the strong trait, leads me to believe this is a legitimate Baratheon. And not the son of Jaime and Cersei. Interesting, okay. Long live the king. What happened to Joffrey? Joffrey the Monstrous is... Oh, he was sent to the wall. He's part of the Night's Watch. Weird, okay. Sure. He also... So Robert Baratheon had some other bastards as well, obviously. Edric Stormer, as he's called in the show, Gendry, is of Dragonstone. What happened to Stannis, then, in that case? Let's have a look. Stannis died. Was assassinated. His son was killed on the orders of Septim Donnell, which meant Robert Baratheon re-inherited it and gave it to Edric Storm, or in this case Gendry. Or sorry, Gendry, or in this case Edric Storm. Had another son, Vermin of Tarth. Was that a bastard he had with a Celtigar, I assume? Who are the last survivors of, last Westerosi Valyrians. Who was married to Brienne. Weird, okay. And then he had an... Oh, wait, that's me. Idiot. He also had another daughter, Princess Shireen, who is probably also of Robert's bloodline. So he actually had legitimate children, and Joffrey is gone. So the Iron Throne actually might stay stable. Very weird. This is kind of why I like this mod, because it's sort of an alternate history take on the Game of Thrones as well. So let's employ a new courtier. Who did we lose? Oh, our Drowned Man. He was really good. Died of rabies. Well, that's a real shame. Okay, we'll hire a new Drowned Man. And this guy is also incredibly good. Excellent. He's got a powerful voice, which is something you probably want for a preacher. Let's go ahead and make him our priest. And my wife Daenerys is pregnant. Sure. I wasn't expecting any more kids, to be honest. They already had so many. Alright, let's go ahead and proselytize back over in the Iron Islands. I want to show off this brothel system if we've got chance in this video. Yeah, we've got time. Let's go ahead. Oh, there's a war. Your Paramount Balon Greyjoy is a rebel leader. Do we want to support him? I'm going to say... Now, obviously, I've explained this before. If we support the throne, there is a chance that if his title is revoked, that the throne gives it to us. The throne might give us the whole of the Iron Islands because we supported the throne. We are a loyal vassal of the throne. We're also a different culture and religion to Balon. I'm going to support the throne. Now what that means is all of our provinces in the Iron Islands could be sieged. Not really an issue. I don't care about them at all as long as it's not Lonely Light. This also means I'm going to go to the Iron Throne and I'm going to throw a shit ton of gold at him if we can. How much gold does he want? 177 gold. Damn it. We really want this guy to like us. Because if he likes us and this title is revoked, he will give us the title. Let's go ahead and improve Diplo relations. We're going to send Daenerys Targaryen to go and improve relations with Robert Baratheon's son. Feel that's appropriate. Why not? Oh, I really wanted to show off that brothel this episode, but in hindsight, 70 gold, sure, done. Send him a gift. 54, that's not bad. Let's hope Daenerys can manage to improve its relations with us before this war ends. And we got our gold back as well. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to Castle Lonely Night, and for the brothels, what was it we needed? Castle Walls or something? Castle Town 1. So let's build that. 355 days, that is quite a while, so let's have you oversee construction, and you are as well. Wait, what is the other one to improve? There is another guy that can increase construction, for what I recall. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm going crazy. Doesn't matter too much. The Alchemist Guild is built, finally. Some esoteric knowledge. Perfect. I appreciate that very much. And it now wants us to learn how to make Wildfire. So to do that, we hire an Alchemist. And then we right-click on him, and we learn the secrets of Wildfire, or something like that. Learn how to make Wildfire. There we go. 50 gold. 93% chance of success. 7% chance we fail. And I think this can disfigure us, because it blows up, essentially. So absolutely. And we have learnt it. 200 esoteric knowledge. We're doing really well this episode. We can level up. It is my privilege. We're now an acolyte, which means we can make fake valuables. Incredibly useful. I talked about this briefly before. It essentially makes us our own goldsmith. So we can craft, you know, a crown, a scepter, a fake ceremonial sword, gemstones, which just sit in your treasure and give you prestige. They also allow us to sell them at a market. So just 350 gold in exchange for esoteric knowledge. It's another income stream, which we're building up here. And we also have the option now to, obviously, make Wildfire. We're not going to do that, funnily enough. I'm not interested in making Wildfire right now. Our son Elrang is of age. Learning +4. Yeah, you know what? I am going to spend as much as possible on our kids. Or at least our male heirs. Jarell. Welcome, Jarell. Oh, another thing. I never actually mentioned this at all. You know what? We'll talk about it in the next video. In a bit more detail, but I flashed out the family tree. Someone suggested a couple of videos ago, hey, it's breaking my immersion that your dad died 200 years ago. So I did it. I flashed out the family tree, all the way back to Harren the Black. We'll talk about that next episode. I've made some special characters like this guy here, Blackbeard the Bravosi, and it's sort of got some backstory in mind for the house. Again, we'll say that for next time, because we haven't got a huge amount of time left right now, and I want to show off this brothel system, hopefully, before we can finish the episode. Okay, Balon is done for. He lost the war. He is imprisoned. This guy doesn't like us a huge amount now. Lack of funds. Oh no, I should have thought about that. My mistake. I mean, he might like us more than everyone else in the Iron Islands. That's all that matters. That's assuming he does revoke it as well. Fingers crossed. Okay, King Loras is a tyrant. And has the bloody flux. Wow. We might not see much of this guy. Oh? We've got a complete pause. Oh no, it crashed. No! My brothels! Okay, well, shit. Guess I'll go back to the autosave and catch it up to where we were. Thank you for watching. If you like this episode, leave a like, a comment, a favourite. Do whatever you want to do. I don't really mind. I don't think you can even favourite YouTube videos anymore, can you? Let me know if any suggestions you have for the series, and of course I will always take them into account and make the adjustments where necessary. I will hopefully try and fix this crash. See you next time.